Yo, what is going on, everybody? It's Brady. So in this video, I'm going to be covering my first couple months running an SMMA. Yes, I've made money. Yes, I have clients. I've also lost clients, and I currently am working on clients, as well as I'm doing cold calls today and client work. So I'm pretty much in the thick of it. Also, if I sound, sick, I don't think I'm sick, but my throat is, yeah, great time to start a video, honestly. Yeah, so I actually started my business back in February, and why I did that was realistically pretty simple. So I was actually making $10 an hour. I'm not going to tell you the business, but let's just say in college, it's not very good, and essentially it was a food business. I was taking too much food, and they were like, hey, take more food, you're going to get fired. And I was like, well, there's a reason. You guys don't pay me enough. So I just kind of said I jumped ship and I was like, you know what? I want to really make a content creation business. Now, I had this idea for a while just because I knew that a lot of businesses didn't have good content and didn't really have a lot of organic social media. So they were leaving a lot of, opportunity on the table for, customers or even customers that haven't even came in yet to their business to see their content. Of course, people who are regulars are going to like to see that content more. And if they see their content, they're going to be more likely to go into the store and, buy things and do business with them. So honestly, my first client, which I got pretty much like, start of March, was literally just doing 12 organic videos, vertical videos, less than a minute long, to post across all different platforms. I used a application called Buffer on the internet to basically multi-platform post all at one time for 12 pieces of content. Also, I want to mention when I did start my business, I set up an LLC in like literally 3 hours. You can do it online, at least in the state of Pennsylvania. So I got my LLC set up. I also, built my logo and my website very, really fast using Canva. I built my website. I used like a template. Literally took me like a day. So do not, one key thing I want to push here real quick. Do not waste all your time doing the customability things of your business, like your website, your logo. You want to be focusing on generating money and actually doing the work for the clients and doing outreach. The logo, website, yes, that stuff is important, but do not spend 2 weeks making a logo. Spend a couple hours. That's it. Really do some brainstorming. Same with the website. Do not get hung up on these parts because it doesn't make you money overall. It doesn't. So anyway, as time went on, I actually ran into a YouTuber called Jordan Plattern, and I actually joined his mentorship program. It's called a mentorship program. It is essentially a course. However, I did get a ton of value out of that. Also, I learned how to run paid advertisements through Meta Business Suite. I didn't really learn a lot about Google Ads. They don't really teach that. They mainly teach running Facebook ads for businesses. And this led to some great opportunity because I can actually charge clients the same thing I was charging them for 12 videos, which, to edit, film, and all that, those things take time, not a crazy amount, but they take time. I could charge for 3 videos and also set up ads and actually get them cash over fist. Organic videos are great. Yes, you can drive traffic. Yes, you can get them more followers, get them more likes, whatever. But they are called vanity metrics because they're not actually giving the business owners literally money. You can't really track if you're actually going in, giving them money, making a purchase, and that your services are actually helping them generate revenue. So the benefit of paid advertising is not only are they putting their money up front, so they're using their money to actually make the AdSense account, and then they're just paying you a service fee on top of it to make the ads, set up the targeting and things like that. But you're actually able to track every single metric from, website sales or leads, things like that. Basically, things that business owners are interested in, and you are able to completely track all the metrics so you can see what your ROAS is, and which is basically ROAS stands for return on advertising spent, I believe. So you want that to be as high as possible. If they spend $500 on me for a service and 500 ad spend, which is usually what I offer, which is very, very low, honestly, because again, I'm very new, guys. I'm trying to figure things out as well. So that's $1,000. If I generate them $4,000, they have a 4 times ROAS, pretty simply broken down. And that's really good. That means that the next month coming, they're going to say, wow, you actually helped generate a ton of revenue for what I spent on you, which $4,000 isn't a ton. But anyway, they're going to want to sign with you the next month, and that is where you get retention of clients. You're going to keep them month to month so you can eventually build more clients out and have a big client list and then start to hire other people. That's the stage I'm at right now, trying to build my clients. I had 3 clients in the college town I lived in, moved away, had 0, and then in the last week, I got 2 more clients by doing outreach, which outreach includes cold calls, DMs, things like that, and I'll get into that in another video. But the beauty of my business model, and I kind of love it, and honestly I feel like I'm going to have great potential moving forward, is not only is it like marketing, but it's also content creation, which combining those two is a great thing. So many marketers go into a business and say, give me your content, I'll make an ad with it, and the content they have isn't really that great. A lot of business owners, you got to remember, are older people who pretty much, don't really know a lot about the content creation industry usually. There are exceptions, but to go in there and film the content and set up the ads, they're completely hands off. You're getting them involved though by talking to them and communicating different offers, things like that. They get excited, they get pumped, and they don't have to do a lot of the dirty work, and it's tons and tons of value. Like I said, I could charge way more for what I do, but since I am learning and developing, I'm not doing that, and I'm seeing great success so far, honestly. Now, for everybody out there that says, Brady, I have very little experience with content creation, or Brady, I don't really know a lot about marketing. Listen, I really didn't either. That's the thing. Like, I knew how to edit videos. Like, I've edited probably 100 plus videos, but the marketing side of things, I didn't know. I had to literally jump in the dark and fumble around, which is my advice, guys. Imagine you're in a cave, all right, and the areas that are already lit up, you're familiar with. What you need Oh, wow, my voice is bad. What you need to do is go into the darkness and fumble around for the torch. You do not need to, make your torch super prepared and be like, oh, I don't know, man, I need a spear. I need to go back and get a spear. Dude, you need to sprint into the darkness, into the unknown, into, oh crap, I don't really know how to do this, because that's going to make you figure these things out. When you take on a client, if they ask you, can you do this? And you think, well, I don't really necessarily know exactly how I would do it, but I believe I can. Take on those jobs. That's how you're going to learn. Okay, you're never going to be prepared enough to sign your first client. You're never going to be prepared enough to make your first video. What you are going to do is take those tasks on and say, this is the work I have ahead of me. I'm going to do it, and I'm going to do it well. Even though I am new to this, I'm going to do it to the best of my ability, and I'm telling you, you will stumble. I have stumbled already with clients. I have gotten, poorer results, but guess what? I nurtured it, got it back into standing, and figured out, okay, what's not working, what's not, happening. What work do I need to do to make this work? And I made it work. And that's literally what it's about, guys. I reach out to all different kinds of business owners. I may not even necessarily know what they're selling, okay? But I want to sit down and talk to them because I believe I can help them get in contact with their clients. If the business isn't good, I'm not going to work with them. But if they're generating revenue and there's a target market out there, you can make videos and content for them and market for them. You really can. So before I sum this video up, I really just want to talk about my personal experience, not so much the, actual, facts of it. I just want to say that I have absolutely loved it so far. It's not like a dream job where you're like, you're not doing any work, okay? There is work involved, but you get to delegate time how you want to delegate time. You also get to choose who you work with, as well as you get to customize your own offer, guys. Your offer is not going to be similar to mine. I literally just made my offer up in my head. Okay, I said, okay, this is how much I'm going to charge. This is how much time it's going to take me to do it. Is it worth it? I think so. Let's move forward. Can the customer or the business owner, in this case, can they see the value in it? And if they can, great. You got yourself a good offer. So it's really great. I mean, it's me, dude. I am my business. It's fantastic that, if I show up to work and I don't want to make money, I don't make any money, but in a week I could really grind and make a ton of money. And then the next week it could, not be there because I didn't work hard enough. So you're not getting paid on your hourly. You're getting paid on your effort and what you actually do, which to me, is awesome because, working 8 hours when you bust your tail and you're getting paid the same, and then maybe you go on the next day to work and in the 8 hours you're sitting on your phone and you're still getting paid the same. That doesn't really seem fair to me. I want to get paid for my efforts, and, if I kick absolute, I was going to swear, but I'm going to refuse not to. If you go out there and absolutely dominate, dude, you should be rewarded for it, and you should get the biggest slice of cake possible. You shouldn't be getting paid hourly, in my opinion. It's just my personal preference. That's it. So some of the work I'm talking about too is like cold calling, building lead sheets. I'll put a little bit on the screen for you guys, but a lead sheet is just like a giant Excel sheet. It's pretty insane with all the business's contact information and things like that, as well as, finding software to use to actually automate things and finding what software is good. I do pay certain subscriptions. My overhead is probably something like $200-300 per month right now. So finding the right software and programs to to use to make your life easier, that does take a lot of time. It takes a lot of research and development. And that's why, honestly, I joined the mentorship through Jordan Plattern, because I was like, this is going to help me a ton, and it really has. You also deal with rejection, getting hung up on, people telling me, blah, 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 swearing, things like that. Hasn't happened that much. I probably did over 100 cold calls already, and that's only happened to me twice. So, there are some bad eggs, but genuinely I've had a great experience with it so far. Even got to meet some business owners in person. I get to go to coffee shops I've never been to. I'm talking with people who take me seriously. I'm not working under them, I'm working with them. It's a completely different feeling. You don't have to worry about somebody creeping over you and watching what you're doing all the time either. I do all my stuff away from them, except for in the meetings, what we discuss and talk about. So I will say, don't go into this thinking you're going to work 10 hours a week, because you're just not going to see the results you want. Go into it thinking, hey, I'm going to put as much time as I can into this when I want to, when I feel like it, because I'm not going to lie. There's times where I take breaks where I'm like, you know what, I just need to take an hour or two break and do something else. And guess what? You have that freedom where when you're at a job and you're stuck there 8 to 10 to 12 hours, you don't really have that freedom all the time, and you're kind of being looked at and looked over, and you kind of have that big guy above you, you know what I mean? And in this case, yeah, I am working with business owners, so it is their money, so realistically they can pester me all day. But I'm telling you, it's a different form of respect, and honestly, I've gained and felt that respect from these business owners when I talk to them and actually develop strategies for them. So yeah, it's great. But anyway, guys, that's going to be the end of the video. Again, join that Discord in the description. It's literally free. We're just going to be talking in there. And, if you want to be an active member of the community as well as start your own journey, reach out to me or reach out to anybody in there. And hopefully I'll be able to get back to you depending on how much traction we get on all this stuff. But I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Please go out there and make some content. And honestly, just have fun with it, dude. Try to have as much fun as you can. Okay, you want to be happy and you want to make money in life. All right, guys, if they can both coexist, you got it figured out. And there's obviously other things, but those are some principles that I've been thinking about recently. Anyway, y'all, have a great day. See you guys in the next video.